Good morning, wrestling fans. Today is Friday, November 3rd, 2023. Hope everyone is having an awesome Friday morning so far. Lance Brock here on GMWF to talk some pro wrestling with everyone. Once again, it is Friday, November 3rd, and tonight we have a pretty big night of pro wrestling to talk about. Of course, the normal shows, WWE Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage. And also tonight is Impact Wrestling Turning Point on Impact Plus. So we'll probably have about 6 hours of pro wrestling action to discuss on this Friday night. And I do plan on sometime having a live episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic tonight. Not sure when exactly. Impact's Turning Point will probably be over by 11, and by the time I watch SmackDown and Rampage, might be close to maybe a little after 1 or so. Maybe. I should remember. I've done this quite a few times before, but I think it might be around that time. So I will try to have a new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic tonight, talking about all 3 shows. And let's talk about Impact Wrestling's Turning Point tonight, which was taped on October 27th, 2023 in the Walker Activity Dome in Newcastle, England, which was a part of the UK tour. If you missed Impact Wrestling last night, if you missed it, you didn't see it. Sorry about that, but they showed matches from the first show of the tour from Scotland. And now we move on to Turning Point tonight. And our lineup for tonight, we have making his return to Impact Wrestling, a pretty popular star when he was in TNA / Impact Wrestling back in the day. We have Grado and the War Machine, Michigan's own Rhino, teaming up together to take on Mike DiVercio and Ryan Richards. From Revolution Pro Wrestling, I believe, is where he makes his home. Leon Slater and Mark Haskins compete for the North Wrestling Championship. And in a tag team action, this should be pretty good. Subculture, Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews being accompanied by Danny Luna to take on Showtime Eric Young. Sorry, I don't know if he's going by Showtime anymore. And the Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander, which, like I just said, that should be a pretty entertaining tag team match right there. Knockouts action, Giselle Shaw taking on Alex Windsor. Not too familiar with Alex Windsor. I have heard a little bit about her. And Giselle Shaw, as I have said on the podcast as of late, she has improved and has been having some pretty good matches as of late. So hopefully that streak will continue tonight at Turning Point. Trey Miguel with Zachary Wentz, his tag team partner in the Rascals. He will be taking on Rich Swann in singles action. Another knockouts match on the show tonight. We have Jordan Grace taking on Subculture's Danny Luna, which this is another one I believe should be another pretty fun match. Big fan of Jordan Grace returning to Impact Wrestling not too long ago. Danny Luna, big fan of hers as part of Subculture. Very good wrestler, I think. And say his name, he appears, I believe, in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry is in action tonight, taking on Simon Miller. And tag team action up next. The most professional wrestling gods, Moose, and the most professional wrestler, Brian Myers, taking on the team of it says here they're taking on the Motor City Machine Guns, the Impact Wrestling World Champion Alex Shelley, and the Impact Wrestling X Division Champion Chris Sabin. Should be a good one there. And the Impact Knockouts Championship is on the line as the virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo will challenge the current Impact Wrestling Knockouts champion, Trinity. And due to a stipulation in this match, if Deonna Purrazzo does not win, it's her last chance for the Knockouts Championship. So that should be pretty interesting right there. Deonna Purrazzo, definitely not just one of the top knockouts in Impact Wrestling today, but I'd probably say one of the best women's wrestlers in all pro wrestling today. She'll be taking on Trinity tonight, and since this is her last chance, and Deonna Purrazzo, Trinity, both great wrestlers, have had 2 great matches already. This will complete the trilogy. I think we could see a new Knockouts champion in Deonna Purrazzo tonight. If I had to make a prediction for this match, I'd have to say new Knockouts champion Deonna Purrazzo. And in the main event of the evening, this one could definitely steal the show. That's why it's in the main event. We have the aerial assassin Will Ospreay taking on Eddie Edwards. This one, I'm sure, will be an instant classic. I know that's used a lot lately. Sorry, I said I wasn't recording, but I guess I was. Sorry about that little pause. Definitely don't want to miss this match. Will Ospreay versus Eddie Edwards. So I definitely recommend checking out Impact Wrestling Turning Point tonight. It will be available on Impact Plus, Fight TV, and YouTube for Ultimate Insiders. And I'm sorry I didn't get to talk about the other shows that we will have tonight. WWE Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage. Apologies to both WWE and AEW. But I definitely plan on talking about both SmackDown and Rampage tonight on 360 Wrestling Fanatic. Again, not quite sure what time that will be exactly, but since it is a special show night, I do plan on going live sometime tonight with a new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic, talking about WWE SmackDown, AEW Rampage, and Impact Wrestling Turning Point. That's all tonight. I hope everyone has a great Friday and enjoys all the pro wrestling action we have in store for us to watch tonight. Got a big night. And also tomorrow, of course, is the WWE Crown Jewel Premium Live event on Peacock and WWE Network, which starts Eastern time here in the United States, I believe, at noon Eastern. And about 360 Wrestling Fanatic, I might do another live episode, of course, a premium live event day, but I might wait till after AEW Saturday Collision to do it, so stay tuned for that. Once again, hope everyone enjoys all the pro wrestling we have to watch tonight, and I will talk to everyone tomorrow for the Saturday episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans, and we'll preview Crown Jewel. So I'm out of time. I'm here at work now. Until tomorrow morning, have a great pro wrestling day.